Your future hasn't arrived yet. In fact, your tomorrow isn't here. It's an interesting thing about tomorrow because when tomorrow arrives, it becomes today. So you never actually have a tomorrow because as soon as you step in tomorrow, tomorrow is today, okay? And so the only day that you have to do anything of value with your life and to be very productive is the present. It's called the present because it's a present. It's a gift to you. Every day is a gift that God gives to you. We don't even know if we will have a tomorrow. But a lot of people spend their entire lives focused on something that happened to them in the past. They're bitter, they're frustrated, they're angry, they're mad, they're always looking back, they're feeling shame about something you haven't let go of. All kind of things in our past, or they're reaching out. One day I'm going to. One day, eventually this is going to happen. And they live in those two directions, split between the past and the future, but never taking advantage of today. But the principle is here. Joseph teaches it to us. He reminds us your tomorrows are determined by what you do with your what? Your todays. Joseph understood this because after Joseph is sold into slavery to Potiphar's house, he could have become very bitter. He had a dream for his life. He could have become angry. He could have become bitter. He could have become very frustrated. He could have sulked his way through life. But as soon as he ends up in the house of a man by the name of Potiphar, Joseph goes to work being the best he could be that day. He said, you know what? I can't change what my brothers did to me yesterday, and I'm not where I'm going to be tomorrow, but what I can do is be the best servant possible today. And so Joseph served faithfully that very day, each day of his life. He got up and was a faithful steward, a faithful servant to Potiphar, so much so that Potiphar ended up trusting him to a degree that he put him in charge of everything in his entire house. Joseph would have never experienced that had he not been faithful in the day. And then, of course, as we saw a moment ago, he's falsely accused. He ends up in prison. But there again in prison, he could have become very bitter and angry and frustrated about how life was treating him. After all, he had this vision for his life, this dream of where he wanted to be. But now he's in prison, falsely accused. He's done nothing wrong. He could have been very bitter, but instead he said, you know what, I can't do anything about what Potiphar's wife did to me yesterday, and I'm not there in my tomorrows, but I can be the best prisoner possible today. Amen. He became such a model prisoner that the prison warden placed him over all the prisoners in the prison. Why? Because he understood the value of living every day to its best.